or the disrespect before you play better button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day of checking these buttons. Thank you guys for tuning in one more time. We got them hot ones as always. Chapters down below if you want to skip around, and of course that sub button right there as always. On the race to 68K because of you guys. Thank you so much as always for helping the channel grow. Now, without further ado, we got to check these buttons. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of fighting game community simply fed up with these weird ass balance patches. Buttons that need to be checked. So in light of recent events, we've seen a lot, right? With, what is it? MK1, Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear. I think Guilt Strive, right, is the main one that kind of popped out recently where people like had a lot to say about certain balance patches. We covered it in a few episodes ago, but now we got certain prominent members, I would say, in the FGC kind of debating what could possibly be done and what the hell the devs might be thinking in the first place. This one right here starts off with Broski saying, I've been saying this for years now, but in the wake of several truly awful balance patches for multiple fighting games, is it crazy to me that more devs don't hire players as consultants, something which is commonplace in basically every other esport. I often think about the internal character balance team at Capcom when they said they thought Alex was the strongest character in the game in the final season of Street Fighter V. It's a good case study of proving that making the game doesn't necessarily mean you understand the meta. And before the inevitable players don't know what's best either comes in, you're absolutely right. That's the point of consulting. You take voices from both sides of the line to help inform decision. I'm obviously not saying let players have total creative control over balance. Then you see FGC responding to that, right? I see IDOM come in saying, I'm sure it'll boil down to either people saying players are biased for their character or pros trying to make the game less fun. Broski responds to that saying, a lot of people have a toddler level understanding of consulting, as if I could just be like, Aki needs a DP, and they'd be like, yes sir, done sir, here's your invoice for 100K. I see Damascus responding to this as well saying, I think first we need the developers to clearly commit to working on a game that we want to be competitive. We're quick to forget the casuals make up the majority of the player base, and the devs tend to balance with them in mind before us. And then the conversation gets even deeper because we got a lead game designer. I'll put his profile on the screen, information down below. Definitely check him out. He jumps in the debate as well. He posts this saying, player consultants almost never help. Very few of them can put aside self-interest enough to give effective feedback, and often their ask is extremely self-serving. It can work, I've used them, but it requires the right player choices and a confident, strong balance director. Balance, like other design aspects, requires vision. Many teams try to use statistics and math to guide balance, and this also is a mistake. Balance isn't factual, it's emotional. Without a leader that understands the game, the players, the psychology of it all, it's blind darts. Good balance has a lot more in common with musical composition than it does AP statistics. It requires harmonious choices, purposeful imbalance, and a volume of frequency. The tempo to achieve the desired emotional effect. What works in one song won't necessarily work in another. I don't believe most players see competitive balance this way, and I'm sure most game devs responsible for game balance don't see it this way. And I feel that this is why we see so many big misses in the game balance space. Manipulate emotions, not numbers. Lead, don't follow. By the way, I met and spoke with hundreds of competitive KI players. Of them, I trust exactly 2. Let me say that again. They met with hundreds of players, and he said of them, they would trust 2 to give me the good big picture feedback, and only about 10 to give me a narrow but useful rational feedback about balance. Not a knock on anyone, just something not everyone can do. And there you have it. I mean, we see that a lot, right? We've seen a lot of people accuse, what was it, like Capcom or NRS, right? Saying, damn it, they're making these changes based on Twitter. They're making these changes on the popular opinion on Twitter, and the game is going to shit. Now, obviously, we're not saying everybody, but we have seen those voices. And let's be real, I've had those thoughts like, how the hell are they so bad at certain patches? Why don't they let the community or some top players go in and kind of fix the shit? But like that lead designer was saying, it's not that easy. Either they're gonna kind of try to make the game boring for whatever reason, or they're gonna try to nerf and buff their fucking characters because they're biased and whatnot. And maybe it's even deeper, like he was saying, because that was some he was dropping science, y'all, when he was talking about it requires harmonious choices, purposeful imbalance of volume and frequency at tempo to achieve the desired emotional effect. This dude's a damn poet. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what it's missing. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for them, Daigo the Beast, Brian F, and FGC pros everywhere simply fed up with the way the CPT or Street Fighter 6 tournament organization is going on, period. All right, so this one I noticed was going pretty hot on Twitter the other day. We're gonna start it, I'm gonna start it unpack it the way I saw it. So Daigo actually posted this video a few days ago, basically saying Daigo's concerns about the current CPT format while he was in Singapore. This video is about 10 minutes long. I'll put the link down below, definitely check it out. We're gonna check about 1 to 2 minutes. Check it out.
7時間8時間かけてきてさ、安い金じゃなくさ、もののさ、数分、数十分でさ、終わってさ、やることねーってやっぱちょっとおかしいよね。やっぱちょっとおかしいよね、仕組みが。
So right here he's talking about how people travel like across the world and for hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, or on flights just to get eliminated in 1 hour. Because he was like, and there's not much to do after that because what, it's a FT2? He was like, right now I kind of feel like it's a silly system.
と思ってしまうんですけど、まあ大会あるだけあるだけありがてえだろって感謝しろっていうふうに言われたら。
Right here it says, of course, you could tell me I should be grateful we have tournaments at all. And he said, yeah, I wouldn't have a single rebuttal.
出ないんだけどね、そもそも単なるゲームだからさ、おもちゃだからさ、おもちゃで遊んで金もらえると思ってんじゃねえよって言われたら、まあはいすいませんって感じなんだけど、まあ贅沢になっちゃったのかなと思ってしまうね、やっぱりね。なんかさ、俺なんかあれ見たのよ、なんだっけ、飛行機でさ、タイトル忘れちゃったんだけど、なんかテニスの映画を見たのね。なんていうタイトルだったかな、結構面白かったんだけど、なんかピークを過ぎた2人の親友、幼馴染が大人になってから対決するんだけど、実はなんか昔同じ女を巡ってなんか取り合ったりとかっていうなんかそういうちょっとドロドロしたような話でもあるんだけど、トータルおもろかったんよ。けどでさ、あれとかさ、チャレンジャーズ、そうあれとかさ、やっぱさ、そのすげえ過酷な世界っていうのはもちろんあるよ。レベルが高いっていうのはもちろんそうなんだけど、でもさ、負けた人がさ、まあ力不足だなって思って帰ってくと思うのよ。なんかせめてそれぐらいの気持ちで帰れるような仕組みにはならないもんかなという気がしてしまうけどね、やっぱりね。じゃないとなんかやっぱどんどん参加者減っていっちゃうような気がするんだよな、この形式だと。できる、まあっていうか、だからそのプロっていうものの仕組みがまだ整ってないってことだと思うんでね、プロも全員オープントーナメントに参加してるから、そんな試行回数増やせませんよっていう話で。でも
Okay. It's like the definition of a pro. So first he's comparing it to tennis, right? Like the tennis movie that he saw. It's like at the end of the day, people can go home feeling at least happy because they truly showed their skill and they could know that, okay, I lost and I know what I need to work on. I just wasn't good enough today because I played long enough to truly understand where I'm at against this particular opponent, you know. But in the current format that we have in Street Fighter 6 or the CPT, we don't really get that chance, right? And he's saying, I wonder if we'll ever get there. He said the definition of a pro really hasn't been defined yet because we're still doing tournaments where everybody can join in. Like the public can literally play these pros and join in. So maybe if we just had a pro tournament, we could finally do longer sets.
してるから、そんな試行回数増やせませんよっていう話で。でもまあなんだろう、まあトパンガリーグみたいなさ、試行回数と、人数絞ってさ、まあなんか配信しなきゃいけないっていう、そこが俺は結構、やっぱり。
That's right. He said, I think the trouble is trying to juggle running these tournaments and running the streams.
担げと思うけど。
So he's saying right here, let me rewind this right here. He's saying he can't help but feel that's not where the scene is going right now. And once again, he made that tennis metaphor, right? Where he was like, if we were able to do what they do and run like the FT10, he was like, they do more than that. They do like a FT15 plus, right? He was like, at least at the end of the day, then you can go home with a smile on your face, knowing exactly where you stand, right? Because you left it all right there on the court. From there, he says, I can't help but feel that's not where the scene is going. And then right here, he says, I believe the best players would win in that atmosphere right here.
なんだよな。もう絶対
Right here. I think it would definitely be the best players who win in that scenario. Okay, and there we have it. Definitely check out that full video once again, link down below. I noticed Chris T commented on this saying, I've been saying this for years, and I'm happy Daigo shares the exact same sentiments. These 4 pictures summarize how I feel in the grand scheme of things. I am grateful for the opportunities we have now, but we also need to rework the system for the betterment of all players. Now let's take a look at these screenshots right here. Then right here is saying, well, that's the CPT for you. First search for an airline. As the first step, you must research the airline, select your travel dates, reserve your hotel. You're to be competing in a tournament, so you must train thoroughly. You must not stay up late. Your matches begin in the afternoon. You should be facing incredible, fierce opponents. You will be throw looped. Thank you. Next, that's the CPT. And believe it or not, I even see Infiltration commenting on this, saying new generation fighting games like Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, GGST are more faster and the damage is very high. So if you just did one mistake, you can lose against just a good player, even though you are a pro player. Pro players spending a lot of money and time, they travel the whole world, then ruin their body and mental health just for a pro tour. If Capcom esports team and organizer wants to say we really care about players, they need to consider to change their rules. And then on a separate post, I see Big Bird commenting on the post of Chris T right here saying, but when you ask for FT3, you get comments like, nah, you lost because you weren't better. I wish that was the point, but if you don't get on a plane for 10 hours, you wouldn't get it. The system is faulty because it's not worth it. Sure, I'd feel okay if the event was like 2 or 3 hours away from me, but I wouldn't care that much. But traveling a long ass hours for a shitload of money, y'all get the point, to play an FT2 isn't ideal. And then we would understand it's all risk, almost no reward at the moment. And then I even see Brian F, right? So Brian F came in, he made a video a few days ago. Actually, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, talking about Daigo got me mad, the Capcom Pro Tour rant. And he's kind of talking about that same thing, but he's also talking about kind of what Daigo was talking about, almost like the entertainment value and where things kind of sit in his perspective. This video of his, y'all, is almost 50 minutes long, so I'll definitely put it down below. Check them out. We'll check out a couple minutes. Let's get it.
I think the CPT is losing its influence in the sphere of the fighting game community and the greater gaming sphere. It is not building hype overseas. It is losing it. I don't think he understands that we want to see the international competition. I don't want to watch a tournament where it's the same people competing in World Warrior now just finally offline. Now, it might be novel the first time, like if I watch a premier event where it's primarily composed of the local talent, if I'm not following the scene and I don't know like where all these players stand, it's going to be an exciting event maybe for the first time. But it's more exciting when I can see their skill gauged against known figures and see how they, are able to combat and contrast the play styles from known players from all over the planet. That's the point of international competition. Nobody is watching these online World Warrior qualifiers. I'm sorry to say, it's not working. It is giving these players an opportunity, absolutely. And I think that's great. I do think we cannot forego online tournaments. We cannot sacrifice that. As a competitor, I love the online World Warrior format. As a competitor. As an audience member, I think it's ass. I think it's horrific. Why would I compete in the World Warrior Midwest? Why would I ever watch it? If I wasn't actively competing in the Midwest World Warrior, which I do appreciate the convenience, the fact that I have an opportunity to compete and earn some cash and potentially go to Capcom Cup, that's great. I love that. Do it from the comfort of my own boxers right here. But I wouldn't watch it. Why would I watch it? Why would I want to watch the same players play each other over and over? Now, the same thing could be said for any region that doesn't have this representation. It's like, and they're not getting views.
Yeah.
They're not getting views. The only World Warrior events that are getting views are in Japan. The only place any of this is working is Japan. Japan is becoming more insular and we're becoming less connected. And the weird thing is, it's not bothering, I think, the Japanese players because they are thriving. Because Street Fighter 6, it's so much wasted potential. We had such a fantastic launch. And beside the number one thing, which is the lack of content, the lack of content is the biggest wasted potential here. The lack of costumes and regular updates. That's the number one thing that Street Fighter 6 is dropping the ball on. The second thing, though, is the CPT format, because we had something so good prior to COVID, and I think the CPT was the best ad you could have possible. CPT carried Street Fighter V, bro.
Damn, so how y'all feeling about that, man? Yo, I didn't even hear that much the first time I saw that clip. So either way, definitely check out that Brian F. He goes deep on that. And I will say that video that he posted this some weeks ago. This was on a separate topic, I guess, a clip that he saw from Daigo talking about the CPT, right? Rather than the FT2 and whatnot. But he brings up some really good points just talking about the CPT format as far as like the lack of engagement of entertainment and how it's thriving in Japan, but not over here. Then there's a lack of content and all this other stuff. How he hated Street Fighter V, but ended up loving it. I'm the opposite. I hated it and still ended up hating it. But either way, I can see the point he's saying though, and how the CPT carried it and how we had such a good system pre-COVID, but then COVID happened and after everything changed and everything went online. I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch any of that shit. I do the damn news. I do the FGC news. You would think I watch every damn thing. It is boring, y'all. That's why we show highlights. That's why when people pop off or do something spectacular, it is news. Because otherwise, just watching online, you got two commentators like broadcasting from the sofa or wherever the hell they live. And then you got other people across the world playing and they kind of connect them somehow and it's all online shit. We don't get to see any reactions or players' faces or pop-offs or anything like that. It is dull as shit. And I think we could all agree on that. If not, it's all good, baby. Sometimes we agree to disagree, but definitely let me know with all this CPT shit and the way we have such a great game, right? Especially with such a brilliant launch with Street Fighter 6 versus the damn shit show, I guess, for lack of a better term, that's the organization of the CPT altogether. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Thank you guys for the amazing love. We will see you soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. And check it out, y'all. It is Tuesday, the most glorious day of the week. Y'all already know. Let's get it.
FGC stand up, it's only Tuesday. What's up? HTAC, let's go.
All right, so on that tip, we have a gift. We have a gift from the HT gods. We really do. I wasn't even expecting this one. So WrestleMania.com, of all people, right? WrestleMania.com Twitter posted this on Halloween. They actually posted on Halloween saying Zelina Vega's best WWE cosplays. Hey, I'm gonna give it another one. Watch this. Let's check it out. Scoot to this side of the screen right here. We're gonna put it on the screen. Ready? Bam! Check it out. Got some MK cosplay going on, and it's yeah. That's one of these for me. Okay, but let's continue. What else you got right here? This one, I remember featuring this one. This one right here, she destroyed it. This jury costume, I mean, damn. This to me, it's better than the first one. That's my take though. How y'all feeling? Let's go, keep on going. Bam, once we got this one. Overwatch, okay, I've never seen that one before. Damn. Oh, damn, this is another one. I think this is better than the first one. That's just me. What y'all think? One of this one. I think I'm gonna have to go with this one. I really do. And then bam. Ooh, Sindel. This was pretty dope too. Damn, she cosplays her ass off, don't she? All right. Catwoman. Y'all, I'm a sucker for a Catwoman. I'm a sucker. Oh God. This is Catwoman if I ever seen it. Okay, what else we got? Katana. Okay, I'm feeling Katana. I'm still gonna have to go. If it's me, y'all, let's be real, I'm gonna go with this one. This is me right here. Okay, what else? We got Catwoman, Katana, we got Vega. I'll take that Vega. I think we that's a go. And then who we got? I don't know who this is. Oh, from Naruto. Okay, now I'm gonna say yeah. Next one. Okay, and then Wednesday from the Adam. How is this Wednesday? This one look like more like a Saturday night, but either way, I'm taking it. I ain't complaining. You want to be Wednesday? But we call you Wednesday. All right, what else we got? Holy shit. Demon Slayer. She's slaying some demons. I think she awakening some demons, but she could slay them as well. Anyway, there's more. There's a lot more. I'll put the link down below. You're welcome. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you were feeling. Thank you guys for the amazing love. And real quick on the Patreon, I want to give a shout out to Mr. 17.5 became a $1 member because that's all it takes. I hope you, actually, let me say, I thank you for the love, Mr. 17. I saw the comment. He posted a comment saying he wants to run an FT5 with your boy in Street Fighter 6. Let's run that shit. Me and Dirty Low just posted a new Bogus Journeys on the Patreon, so I hope y'all are enjoying that. And I just want to give you guys a heads up one more time. It is the holiday season, so you're gonna start to see some ads, and I can already hear it. Some of you are not either gonna rock with the video game or with the product, and that's okay. We've been doing this show for 7 years, y'all. 7 years, and we're still here. So either way, I thank you for the love. If you rock with the ad or with the video game that we're talking about, then I appreciate it. If not, simply go on to the next video. As always, I appreciate the love either way. So there it is one more time. Thank you guys for the amazing love. We'll see you soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. And as always, we don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Again, I don't know how this is Wednesday, but if that's what we calling it, then we calling it Wednesday. Shit, I'll call it Thursday and Friday. Matter of fact, give me your phone number. I'll call you every damn day of the week. Thank you. Thank you. Good night.